He is 16 years old. Sam Ruth is already running at a level most athletes never reach.
Ruth holding! Ruth wins it!
In one season, he shattered expectations and forced the world to pay attention.
One of the country's top Olympic running coaches says Sam Ruth has breathed new light into the future of middle distance running in New Zealand.
He broke the 4-minute mile. He ran under 8 minutes for 3,000 meters. He dominated every race he entered. This is the beginning of Sam Ruth's story. This past season has been nothing short of extraordinary. The performances we've witnessed from young athletes have been mind-blowing. Fresh faces stepping onto the biggest stages and leaving everyone speechless. But among all these rising stars, one name keeps popping up. One athlete keeps making headlines, and he's doing it while still being young enough to need parental permission forms for competitions. Sam Ruth isn't just good for his age, he's competing at a level that challenges grown men who've been training for decades. Let me paint you a picture of what this kid has accomplished just in the last year. At 15 years old, he ran the 3,000 meters in under 8 minutes. That's running nearly 2 miles at a pace most people can't hold for even one lap around a track. Also at 15, he clocked a 1,500-meter time of 3 minutes and 41 seconds. If you convert that to a mile, we're talking about a 3:57. Before he could even drive a car, he was running faster than almost anyone you'll ever meet. But here's where it gets really crazy. At the 2025 New Zealand Secondary School Athletics Championships, Sam Ruth put on a show that people will be talking about for years. Over just 48 hours, this teenager ran races that would make professional athletes jealous. First, he ran the 1,500 meters in 3:38. That's roughly a 3:55 mile. Incredible, right? Most high school athletes would be thrilled to run that once in their entire career. Sam ran it twice, in 2 days. Then he turned around and ran the 800 meters in 1:46. For context, that's 2 laps around the track at an absolutely blistering pace. At 16 years old, this is the kind of time that gets college coaches fighting over scholarships. But wait, there's more. At the end of this 2-day competition, when most athletes would be exhausted and ready to collapse, Sam jumped into the 4x400 meter relay. His split? 48 seconds for 400 meters. Just think about that for a second. After running multiple races at world-class speeds, he still had enough in the tank to throw down a 48-second quarter mile. Every single race he entered, he didn't just win, he demolished the competition. It wasn't even close. Now, dominating the 1,500 meters and the mile is impressive. But Sam Ruth has his eyes on something bigger, something that would cement his name in the history books forever. There's a world record that's been standing for 8 years, a record set by one of the greatest runners of our generation, Jakob Ingebrigtsen. Back in 2017, at the Norwegian National Championships, Jakob did something remarkable. He won the 5,000 meters in 13 minutes and 35 seconds. Classic Ingebrigtsen style, smooth, controlled, and absolutely ruthless in the final laps. His last lap? About 60 seconds. While everyone else was dying, he was accelerating. But here's the kicker. Jakob was only 16 years old when he ran that time. That performance became the age group world record for 16-year-olds, and it's stood untouched ever since. Until now, that is. To break this record, you need to run each mile at about a 4:22 pace. That means every single lap around the track needs to be around 65 seconds. For 12.5 laps, without braking, it's brutal, it's demanding, and it requires a level of fitness that very few teenagers have ever possessed. But Sam Ruth? He's got that fitness. And everyone knew it was only a matter of time before he went after Jakob's record. At the Dyken Night of Fives event in New Zealand, Sam Ruth stepped onto the track with one mission: break the 16-year-old 5,000-meter world record. The goal was simple on paper: hold a 13:30 pace for the entire 5,000 meters. Do that, and the record would fall. When the gun went off, Sam Ruth and another runner named Sam Tanner immediately positioned themselves behind the lead pacer, Theo Quacks. The strategy was clear: let the pacer do the work and maintain perfect splits. The first 400 meters? 65.89 seconds. Absolutely perfect for the record attempt. The next few laps were just as good. They hit 66.1, then 65.3, then another 65.3. Like clockwork. lap after lap, maintaining exactly the pace needed to shatter the record. What was incredible to watch was how effortless Sam looked. He was running at world record pace for his age, and he appeared completely comfortable. No signs of struggle, no grimacing, just smooth, efficient running. Through the first kilometer, both Sams hit 2:44.2, right on target. The second kilometer came in at 5:26, actually slightly faster than planned. The record was well within reach. By 3,000 meters, Sam Ruth clocked 8:11.91. He was 60% through the race and still looking strong. But this was the moment of truth. 2 kilometers left. Could he hold on? After passing 3,000 meters, something shifted. The pace started to bite. The laps that had felt comfortable were now demanding every ounce of effort. The next 400-meter splits told the story. 68.5 seconds, then 67.5. The pace was slipping, but Sam was still fighting. With 3 laps remaining, he dug deeper. 65.8 seconds, then 67.1. He was holding on, but the record was slipping away. Then, with 1 lap to go, everything changed. Toby Gwalter from Brooks kicked hard, taking the pace to a whole new level. Sam Tanner and Sam Ruth chased, but the damage was done. Sam Ruth crossed the line with 1 lap left at 12:40.92. Quick math told the story he needed a 55-second final lap to break the record. Not impossible, but after running 4,600 meters at this pace, it would take everything he had. Up front, Sam Tanner was absolutely flying. His final 400 meters was a masterclass in finishing speed. The crowd erupted as he powered down the home straight. Tanner crossed the line in 13:36, with a final lap of 55.7 seconds. Right behind him came Sam Ruth. The 16-year-old crossed in 13:40.47, with a final 400 of 59.5 seconds. He missed the world record by just over 5 seconds. Now, you might think missing a record is a disappointment. And sure, Sam probably wanted that record. But let's look at what actually happened here. A 16-year-old just ran 5,000 meters in 13:40. That's more than 3 miles at a pace most people couldn't hold for even 1 mile. And he did it with a sub-60-second final lap, showing he still had another gear available. Remember, Sam's specialty has been the 1,500 and the mile, races that last about 4 minutes. He just tripled that distance and still ran an absolutely elite time. His personal bests are ridiculous for someone his age, a 1:46 for 800 meters, a 3:38 for 1,500 meters. That 3:58 mile from when he was still 15, and now a 13:40 for 5,000 meters. This kid is in phenomenal shape, and the scary part? He's just getting started. If Sam Ruth dedicated more training time specifically to the 5,000 meters, there's no doubt in my mind he could break Jakob Ingebrigtsen's age group record. He proved tonight he has the raw talent and the mental toughness. Out of every athlete on the planet right now, Sam's 2025 season has been one of the most impressive performances we've seen. And this is just the beginning. What will 2026 bring? What about 2027? What happens when this kid hits his physical prime? The possibilities are endless. The potential is limitless. Sam Ruth is a name you need to remember. Because we're watching something special unfold. We're witnessing the early chapters of what could become one of the greatest running careers of all time. The world record might have escaped him tonight. But if there's one thing we've learned about Sam Ruth, it's this: he doesn't stay down for long. History is being written, 1 lap at a time. And this 6-year-old from New Zealand is holding the pen.